Fresh from the showcase here at SwissWatchExpo, today I have a watch I'm very excited to share with you, but it is not for everyone and neither is this video. This watch is going to be for the lefties among us left-handed people that far too often have been completely left out when it comes to watch shopping. Some of our options are incredibly limited, and frankly, I'm sick of it. And so was Panerai, and so we've got a beautiful looking Luminor 44mm that's specifically made for left-handed people. Panerai, this is a brand that's actually very important and a model that's very important to shopping for left-handed people. Specifically, for those of you who know, the Luminor does have the oversized crown guard that is great practical use that protects the watch. But it's pretty large and it's a little clunky, and especially if you were wearing the watch on your right hand, as most left-handed people do, and the crown guard is at 3 o'clock, it's incredibly uncomfortable, incredibly cumbersome, and really makes it almost impossible to set the watch while it's on your wrist. So this is something that is incredibly necessary for left-handed people who love Panerai. And as a left-handed person, I got to say, when you're shopping for Panerai, our options are incredibly narrow. You're basically looking at the Luminor, or you're looking at the radio mirror for the most part, if you're looking to forego the crown guard altogether. But if you love the size of the Luminor, you're going to have to look for a left-handed model. And the good news is, Panerai's been making this since the late 40s when the Luminor was invented, or at least released. It was meant to be a very practical watch, and the Italian Navy at the time that it was made for had a lot of left-handed divers, because I don't know if you know this, but us left-handed people, we've been around for a while, and so they've got to make watches for us eventually. Least of all, this watch being meant for left-handed people, it's an incredibly beautiful watch in and of itself. It's got the beautiful matte-colored black finish and these brown faux luminous markers and hands here look incredible. You also see that you've got the 8-day power reserve indicator here in blue, which is a beautiful splash of color. And of course advertises one of the best complications about this, which is an incredible 8-day power reserve. What I also really love about this is it's able to preserve the sort of minimalist look of the dial, because you actually do have a power reserve indicator, but Panerai, as they do in a few models, and I love this, actually put it on the exhibition caseback rather than the actual dial. I think this is great because, especially for a watch with a power reserve of this long, 8 entire days, it's not really, how much power reserve you have left is not something you're going to be checking periodically, might not even be something you need to check every day. So it does sort of clutter the dial up a little bit to sort of put that next to, say, a date window or next to one of the hour markers, when in fact you could just put it on this case back. It's got a manual wind movement, so no rotor to sort of obscure the shape or the vision of it. And so you could just take the watch off, flip it over, and see how long you got. This is a great watch for left-handed people who have an extensive watch collection and aren't looking for something that they're going to need to wind every day, or something that they could wear periodically, just once a week, give it a wind, and you'll never have to consider it again. This also has a beautiful looking rubber strap on it, which I think is great. Definitely holds up to anything you could want to do under the water, so definitely keeping within the spirit of Panerai, and of course, you know, just the technical prowess of this watch. It's a fantastic dive watch for us left-handed people. If you're right-handed, I'm sorry, you've probably switched to another video right now, but it's fine. We've got a ton of watches for you too. We're going to have this up live for the Christmas shopping season. So if you've got a left-handed person in your life who's looking for a large dive watch that's going to be made just for them, give us a call. And if you're right-handed and need something for yourself, hit like, hit subscribe, give us a call too. We've got a ton of watches for you at SwissWatchExpo.com.